Hi, I'm Rachel from Jimmy Bean's Wool, and today we're going to take a look at the SmartStix Interchangeable set. Alright, so I've got the SmartStix Interchangeable set all spread out here so you can see all the different pieces that come with it. It does come with 9 sets of 4-inch knitting needle tips, ranging from size 4 all the way up through 11. And of course it comes with the cords as well, so you get a 20-inch cord here, that's what the red one is, 2 24-inch cords, that's the blue, and then a 32-inch cord, which is the green one here. In addition to that, you have these little end stoppers, end cap things here, and then also a tightening tool, which I'm going to kind of focus on my hand here. This little guy is for tightening down your cord to the needles, and then also for removing the needle from the cord. So what makes the SmartStix really special and unique is that they have 1-inch markings on them. So you can use it as a measuring tape, you know, kind of a measure on the fly kind of situation if you maybe are knitting a hat or the ribbing on a sweater or something and you don't want to grab your tape measure out of your bag. If you're knitting with these needles, you can use the needle itself to measure how long the piece is. And in addition to having inch markings on the needles themselves, using the cool color coding here, the cords also have, bring this up and see if you can see it, the cords also have these silver markings on them, which are also in inch increments. So you can use that to sort of extend your tape measure a little bit. It's definitely not going to be super perfect, but it's a way to, you know, be able to do it on the fly quickly. I found it super helpful for hats and also for sweater ribbing in particular, because I never want to, it's like that last like inch that you just can't get past, you know, you keep wanting to measure it. At least with your needle, you know, you're not pulling it out of your bag every time. You can kind of just pull the needle out and check it. So anyway, that's the cool part. And then this set, of course, is color coded. So every color or every size is a different color. So if you get really used to the set, you'll just know that size 11 is this green and you can reach for it immediately. It'll make it easier to keep track of what size is what. But they are engraved with the size on them as well. So you can see here it's the US 8. So let me go ahead and show you how you will connect these guys. So grab your tightening key here, and there's a hole. Again, let me see if I can get the camera to focus on this. There's a hole right in the join area. You're going to take your connector key, whoops, or your tightening key, and put it right through that hole. Just like that. So slide it all the way through. And then what I do, because I'm right-handed, is I'll sort of like hold this in my left hand and kind of brace the key against my 2 fingers here, and then put my thumb over it there. That's how I sort of get ready to attach the needle. And then I take my right hand and I twist or screw the needle down onto the cord. And then that feels like it's tight, but it's actually not tight yet. So what you need to do is hold on to the needle with your right hand and then grab that key with your left hand and sort of turn them against each other. So I'm turning the needle to the right and I'm kind of pulling the key in the opposite direction when I do that. So once you've done that, then you can be sure that this thing is really tight. You should not be able to unscrew it once you pull the key out. You should not be able to unscrew the needle at all by hand. It'll just spin in your fingers. You need the key to untighten it. So if you've got it, if you can't undo it with your hands, then you know you've got it tight enough and you won't have to worry about it coming apart while you're knitting. And then to take it apart, it's the same thing, but opposite direction. You just twist it in the other direction, and then if you're bracing your fingers on the key here, it'll come right apart for you. Just like that. Now these guys too, as long as I've got the key in place, these little end stoppers are super handy if you are knitting a project where you need to put stitches on hold, or if you maybe are in the middle of a project but need to set it aside for a bit and want to pull the needles off to use on a different project. what you can do is pull the needle off like I just did, and you might have knitting sitting on the cord here still, and to keep it from falling off, you just twist this end stopper down, just like that. And then you don't have to go super, super tight with that because it's plastic, so it stays pretty well. But if you put that on both ends, that will keep any loose stitches you have on the needles from falling off. So it's a great way to put stitches on hold, or take the needles off if you need to use them for another project. I'll definitely caution you from personal experience, though, if you decide to pull the needles off to use on a different project, you might want to attach a little note to your knitting or something saying what size needle you were using, because when you come back to that project, remembering what size needle you were on is sometimes a problem. Just speaking from personal experience here. Anyway, so that is how you use all of the different components that come in our SmartStix set. All right, so that was the SmartStix Interchangeable set, a really smart addition to your craft room. I'm Rachel, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing because we have a lot more yarn reviews, tutorials, and other fiber fun like that. Happy crafting!